fish. Oh, and some chocolate. She don't like chocolate, so this is mine. Uh, yeah, I don't understand how I got a niece and nephew that both don't like chocolate. I said, is there something in their blood? Because I don't understand.
It's kind
That whole aversion to chocolate, I feel like it's strange. But anyway,
it's I'll tell
I
you
got
what,
us
with my
stuck.
child. I was one of those good moms, and I was like, I'm gonna eat right with this child. I'm only gonna eat healthy stuff. And I didn't eat no chocolate when I was pregnant with him. And that child does not like chocolate to this day. And I was like, okay, this is not happening on my next pregnancy. I ate chocolate, and my daughter loves chocolate, so I won.
I'm gonna have to talk to their mom and I'm like, did you not eat chocolate?
Did you not eat chocolate when you're
I
pregnant?
don't understand. Chocolate is like the best thing since sliced bread, especially if you get a quality chocolate that costs you a lot of money and you got more cocoa than you got all these other little additives to add to it, and then it's smooth and it got a nice taste to it. Y'all ain't had no good chocolate. If you ain't had, no, this stuff turn ash. This stuff turn ashy once you freeze it. This ain't good chocolate. I'm talking about some good.
Y'all hear me?
Can
you hear me?
No.
So you talking about chocolate? You talking about y'all? We don't know good chocolate. That reminded me of when I think it was for your birthday or it was for one of your book launches where you treated yourself to that
expensive chocolate.
Now listen, and you sucked me in because I ended up buying some. Good evening, everybody in the chat. I'm having a look.
I don't think she liked it, but go ahead.
You right. I was not impressed. So that's where I was going with this, is that I was not impressed, and that's why I didn't name the name.
I am gonna say it's usually something from outside of the US that makes some of the best chocolate.
Oh, definitely, for sure.
But anyway,
that chocolate was not worth the price I paid for.
But I didn't tell y'all to go buy it.
You didn't. I was just reminding you that.
Oh, Happy Mac
chocolate.
Happy Mac just hurt my feelings because I'm a Hershey girl all the way. I know it might taste like Dollar Tree crayons, but I can't do Nestle. But I will do a Hershey milk chocolate nugget any day of the week, and I'm happy.
See, listen. All right. Well, I'm gonna let them introduce themselves because I can talk about chocolate and food all day. But I do have a saying.
I'm over here still having technical challenges, so I'm going to turn.
This one is for Cynthia though. I like all things chocolate, from my food to my men. I like white chocolate too, but anyway, now y'all can go ahead.
White chocolate is really not chocolate.
It is too early for the content.
Okay. I'll go. Hey, y'all. I am Cynthia from CC's Texas Garden, and I grow in ground, in raised beds, in containers, also hydroponically indoors. And right now I'm growing things for the fall. So come and check out my channel. Thank you. Next. Whoever's next.
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you because I unmuted you instead of myself. Cynthia,
I was like, it says that I was muted. Okay. So
Cynthia, you're not eating?
Oh, I have water. You can't even see it, it's see-through. Water. And I'm eating some vegetable crackers whenever I eat them. There's the thin vegetable crackers from the Dollar Tree. But that's my snack.
All right, I'll jump in.
That was there and she wasn't, so.
Let me jump in. All right, I'll jump in. Jacqueline, I am content creator for Four Seasons Garden, where we garden here in all 4 seasons. I garden in self-irrigated planters. You're going to hear me call it SIPs. I garden in grow bags, and I love, 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 love to garden in hydroponics. And of course, it is hydroponic seasons for me. So that is what I'm going to be doing most of my gardening in at this time. And for Chat and Chew today, I grilled some boneless chicken in the air fryer, and I threw a sweet potato into the microwave, and that's what I'm chatting and chewing. Oh, and then I'm trying to get off of carbonation. So Go Natural Life, Go Natural, Jabez has introduced me to lemon and agave sugar. And I'm telling you, I haven't had any carbonation. I guess it's now been 3 to 4 weeks. I feel so much better, and I just drink my lemonade and I'm good to go.
All
Well, I
right.
have a question about that. Does non-carbonation include kombucha?
It's not carbonated, is it?
It's fermented.
But not
And it's
carbonated.
not added.
Yeah.
No, it's not added.
Yeah. So you should be good.
Okay. So I finally got my camera right. I mean, I'm telling you, I got a whole situation over here. And after, as Donzel said, yes, Donzel, my live was over 2 hours. I can't believe it because that was not my intent at all. It's all y'all fault. It was over 2 hours, but it was so much fun. I enjoyed the questions. So, for those of you who do not know me, my name is Shelly. I am the host of Shelly's Homestead Hideaway. I garden in raised beds, in ground beds, fabric grow bags, 5 gallon pots. I added that one in. I mean, 5 gallon buckets, sips, and anything else, elevated raised beds, hydroponics. I'm willing to try it all. And tonight for the chat and chew, I am having a Chick-fil-A um, Cobb salad that I purchased yesterday and didn't eat. And I am having kombucha um, by Brew Doctor. And this is a limited release flavor of apple cider, which has cinnamon, spices, and green tea in it. And with that, I'll yield, Mama.
Okay, I'm Lisa, and I am. My channel is Gardening with Lisa. I'm in 8A, North Alabama, and I garden in raised beds, pots, containers, in ground, and I now garden hydroponically. And I am not eating anything.
All right, Lisa.
Are you fasting?
She think it's too late to eat.
No, I just had banana bread earlier, just like
Ooh.
30 minutes ago.
Did your sister make it?
Y'all do.
Yes.
Oh,
Can you ship me some, please?
That was the last piece. I would, but that was the last piece.
That's why you ate it before you got on here. You knew we was gonna ask for some.
Yeah, funny.
Who's next?
So well, so we did the introductions. I'm sorry. I'm just here. I'm just you know, I'm not hungry too, but we're gonna talk about that. So welcome you all. Hope you all feel welcome when you walked in the door. Yeah, I know. I'm from church. Next, you can submit questions in the chat as we talk. Feel free. Also, you can also email questions or topics you want us to cover in the future. You can email me at somewhere. Here it is. Here's the banner. Here's the banner. rmbrundage@gmail.com. RM BRUNDIGE. All right. So that's the business of the day. Updates, garden updates, and purchase updates. We can roll them together. I did not garden anything. I'm looking at this lavender, this mullein and mint that's sitting outside my door. Y'all, it was 29 when I woke up this morning. And now when I walked outside around later on this morning, it was like 49, 40 something. I looked at it and I said, Lord, this will last a little while longer. Till I get myself out here. It ain't a lot. I just got to clip and throw in the dehydrator, but you know, I'm just playing games. Purchases. I didn't buy anything. All right. Yeah, I can go up in the order you want to go up. Purchases and garden updates.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was trying to catch up on the chat. It was a lot going on, and I'm still trying to catch up. So, garden purchases and updates. Purchases. Purchases. Did I have my dehydrator the last time we talked? I think I told y'all I ordered it. Okay, so I got my dehydrator. I I don't think I purchased anything. And y'all know I cringe when I say that because sometimes I didn't purchase something and now I forgot. But I honestly don't recall purchasing anything that I
Did you
haven't already
unbox?
talked
Did you
about.
unbox your dehydrator?
I did not do an unboxing for my dehydrator because I was on travel. I was in North Carolina at the time. Um, but I will show my dehydrator one of these days. Um, and what else? Garden updates and purchases. Garden update. I'm cleaning out my garden. Those of you, there are many of you who were on the live. It was over 2 hours. I was cleaning out my garden beds. I somehow or another got suckered into overwintering some bell pepper plants as I was cleaning out the garden bed. So I'm going to try my best to keep two, if not three. I might do one more pepper plant that I will overwinter. I have started setting up my little mini greenhouses that my co-hosts are mad at me about that I did not tell them about. So I did show that on my live. I showed the structure of it. And what else? Other than that, I'm about to plant my garlic for the next season. And I have collard greens that I will be harvesting. That's pretty much it. I might try to show y'all a picture of what I harvested today if I can get it to the computer from my phone while the rest of the ladies are giving their update. That's it. I don't really have anything. Oh, I did. I got to tell y'all this. So I did a unboxing of the hot sauce that I purchased from Farmer Chaz that I did not plan. I just decided to do it. It turned out amazing. And again, just like I got suckered into overwintering some pepper plants today while watching Foraging, I don't remember the rest of her. Chaz will probably put it in the chat. Watching her do her virtual hot pepper challenge, I have accepted the call and the challenge to do Farmer Chaz's hot pepper challenge virtually, but it's gonna be with a twist because I've recruited my son to do the challenge with me. So y'all stay tuned for that. Why everybody calling me the mean one? What's up with that, GT? Oh, this is really good too, y'all.
I can go next. So we're talking about purchases and garden updates. Purchases. We got some more soil. And then I went to Tractor Supply to see what kind of, plants or anything that they have, because I heard that they was having a discount because they're getting ready for the next season or whatever. So I decided to go by there, and I rescued some plant babies that poor babies, either they was underwatered or overwatered out there. But the thing is, there are plants that are going to be good for the winter, like snapdragons and begonias and things that I'm like, all I had to do was, give it some water for things. So I'm like, okay, so they had them if they were spray painted red on the pot, it was 50 cents. And I was like, okay, so I brought some plant babies home, and I have a video coming where I show how to clean them up and everything. Even they had a mum. One of them was a chrysanthemum or whatever. And I'm like, all you gotta do is deadhead the thing. It's gonna come back. So that'll be on the video. And as for garden updates, so I did a harvest, real huge harvest of my roselle It was 11 pounds of roselle. Lots. I did that. I planted out my hydroponic plants that I had brung outside and was letting them get hardened off. And so now I have them in the ground. So they are put in the ground. My okra, I pulled up my okra, y'all. I did. And they had a surprise. Well, it wasn't a surprise. I know it was going to happen anyway. It happened every year. Root knot nematodes, which we'll talk about later. But yeah, so I pulled up my okra, and then I planted something that helps with root knot nematodes in the place of that. And what else? Well, today, since I guess we're doing 2-week update, today I pulled some of my loofah down because loofah is out of control. I keep cutting them back and they just keep growing other places. So yeah, but that's my garden update and my purchases. Next.
Well, I guess I'll go. I don't think I've had any purchases, but I've harvested my peanuts, and I think it was pretty good for very first time growing peanuts. And I still have some out there growing, and I don't think they are quite ready. These probably wasn't, but I needed to plant my garlic, and I did. I planted my garlic yesterday, and I harvested sweet potatoes, and like I said, I planted garlic and elephant garlic on yesterday. And then I finally went out into the big garden, and I've started to pull weeds, pull out plants, and winterize it. I put one bed to rest. So I don't usually plant out in my big garden in the wintertime because a lot of times it is dark when I get off work. So I am not going out there in the snow and ice and cold and in the dark. I'm not going. So I'll go off my patio, and that's where I usually plant during the wintertime. I have also been collecting and saving seeds for our celosia. And I said I had told in one of my videos, if you wanted some seeds, to email me. Lord have mercy, y'all have emailed me. Thank you. But
that is one thing I'm finding. If you say that in your video, be ready. Because everybody wants something free.
Yeah, and those are some beautiful plants. They look and feel like velvet. I mean, and their heads can get about that big. And so they have thousands of seeds in one. So my sister and I have been going around the yard clipping those off and collecting those seeds, and I'll try and get those out this week. So if you email me, I'll try and get that done, sent out to you. I also harvested some chives. I had been just not paying any attention to my chives, and I did the other day, and it was they smell so good. I just love chives because they're not so strong and they're just kind of light. I just like chives. But that's pretty much it. I did get them. Can we say what we got in the mail? I can.
Yeah, sure. I'm like, do I have a mail call? I'm in my own little world. Hold on.
We have a mail call.
We do have a mail call banner.
Okay, I'll wait there.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
All right. Thank you, Lisa.
All right. I guess I'll be the last one for today. So
y'all stop saying I guess. We've been here for over a year. There's an expectation for y'all to talk. Anyway, go ahead.
Let's see. So no gardening updates as far as like anything in my garden, but I have been lazy all summer and have not cleaned out my hydroponics. So I messaged the ladies the other day because I'm getting ready to start some of my lettuces this week. I'm going to do a live with planting my lettuce, and I could not find one of my harvests. And I'm like, I can't find this thing. I have lost an air garden container. Like, how do you lose an air garden? I was like, I don't know. I lost it, but I can't find it. Well, it had the seed starting tray on it. So I finally found it. And
I hiding in plain sight.
It was hidden in plain sight. So I've actually cleaned out 18 of my hydroponics containers. And I feel I got about 10 more to go, the bigger systems to go. But I've got my bounties clean. I've got my harvests clean. I've got my sprouts clean. And so I'll be doing quite a few lives as I get those planted out in the next 2 weeks. And what have I purchased? I have finally purchased my nesting boxes for my chickens. So that actually came in on Saturday. So we'll put that together tomorrow. So we can add that to the chicken tractor so the little chickens can start laying their eggs where they're supposed to lay their eggs. So I'm excited for that. And then I purchased some seeds for the hydroponic challenge that I'm going to be joining with AeroGarden and Cracky and all things, the Facebook group. So I've got those seeds. The last of the seeds will come in on Saturday, but I got one of the packets yesterday and the other one. So I'll do a little unveiling mail call once I get the third one in so we can do it all at once. So that is my garden update.
Awesome. Thank you, ladies. I appreciate your updates. Now, Lisa got a mail call. Anybody got a mail call? Okay, mail call. I'm gonna let Lisa go. Okay, well, I'm gonna let Lisa go first because she's already prepared, and y'all can follow. All right.
Probably all the same.
Probably, but it's okay.
So I have just recently started growing in hydroponics, and I was in the chat, and I had mentioned that I had been trying to find seeds because I wanted to grow. I had lettuce already, and I just wanted to do like a salad in the hydroponics. And I have been looking all over. Well, I don't guess all over, but I looked at like 3 or 4 websites, and I could not find like micro tomatoes or something else that I could grow other than lettuce. And so our good friend, Master Gardener, Jacqueline Phillips, she sent me some seeds. Oh, I guess I have to turn this thing off, this background. But she sent me seeds, you all. Sent me a whole bunch of seeds. And she sent me Chinese giant red bell pepper and romaine. Is it outrageous? And orange hat. It's a dwarf tomato. Also Tiny Tim, which is a dwarf tomato. And red sales. It is a lettuce. And quick snack, which is a cucumber. And all of these grow like 2 to 4 inches tall. So that'll be perfect for hydroponic growing. So thank you, Jacqueline, again.
Absolutely. Thank you.
That's all I got.
Awesome. So I guess I'll go ahead and do my mail call. I think if I heard correctly, Lisa, I think we did get all the same thing. Did you get the Chinese red giant red bell pepper?
Yes, ma'am.
So Jacqueline, we all got the same?
Well, I think I sent a little bit more to Rosita and to Lisa since they're more starting out. So I think you and Cece got the same amount, but I gave them a little bit more extra in their packet just because they're starting out. And I was like, I want to give them as much as they needed. So they have no excuses to get started.
And I ain't mad about that. So I got the quick snack, the red sales, the lettuce romaine, outrageous,
Mm-hmm.
and the Chinese giant red bell pepper.
Those Chinese giant red peppers were actually not from my garden. I went to a seed swap and they're like, take as much as you want. So I was like, I'll take one for each of my garden gals. So that just got thrown in. So that would be more for your summer garden. You won't put that in your hydroponics.
Right.
Yeah.
So next, I want to highlight Farmer Chaz because Lisa, as you did, you made an announcement. If anybody want any seeds, email me. And Farmer Chaz had a live about a week and a half ago, maybe. Might have been almost 2 weeks. I don't know. I don't check my mailbox every day. And so for those that were on the live, Cece, I feel like you might have been on there too.
Mm-hmm.
So she sent us a wonderful. Let me just highlight first of all, because I am a person that really pays attention when people puts in extra effort for packaging, no matter who I order it from. And Farmer Chaz, girl, 2 thumbs up because she sent her package. She has a nice little thank you letter in here with her brand logo as a watermark background. And then I received some orange habanero peppers. So I will be planting these next season. Can I grow these in the Jacqueline in hydroponically?
How big do they get? Well, let's put it this way. You could do it. You just have to top them off, right?
Okay.
You can grow them in there, but you just have to make sure you top them off so they don't get too close to your light.
Okay, so I might try one. No, ma'am. No to the hydroponics, Chaz.
She says, no, man, they must get real big.
Okay. These will wait until the spring then. So thank you so much for blessing me with those because I grow peppers, but I don't do a wide variety of peppers because I don't know what to do with them. They taller than you. Okay,
They grow taller than her.
Me and you the same height, girl. So that was it for my mail call. Other than that's it for mail call.
Don't you say nothing, Cynthia.
I know she's trying to set me up, and I was like,
Cynthia was being good.
I was being good. She tried to set me up.
Good job, Cynthia. Good job.
Well, who tried to set her up?
Oh,
The person eating a salad.
so you got that?
Who I try to set you up?
No, talk about your height. You and Chaz's height. Never mind.
Oh, what? Okay, I got a question for CC. I'm diverting the conversation. Sorrel. So you know my sorrel is out there. I have some on that one plant that is getting it's not super big, but it's got some really nice sized sorrel on there. How do I know when it's time to harvest them?
You can harvest them whenever you want to.
Okay.
Yeah, but you want them to get big if you want to keep it, so you can get the seeds from it. So you want it to get big enough, like close to like a medium golf ball size,
Okay.
But you can harvest them at any stage of them.
All right. Nope. I'm going to let them keep growing a little bit longer. I do have some that are much bigger than the other ones, though.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you, JC Calamity Jane, for supporting each channel.
Yeah.
And I haven't said it. You are more than welcome to go from channel to channel and like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. We'd love to have you.
And
Cynthia.
this live, it's one like. We got 39 people in here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we got one like, but I think is that a Facebook like or is that a YouTube?
I don't know.
But anyway, yeah, y'all go ahead and hit the like button for all of us. Cynthia, did you get any mail other than the mail from Jacqueline?
Yes, I did.
What do you got, girl? What you got?
Okay, so I got mail from J3 GS Form. I don't know if he's in here, but got me some honey.
Yeah,
That's
Nice size bottle of raw honey. This is amazing. He is known for his honey in the community. So that, and not only that, I have creamed peanut butter honey. He has all different types. He have blueberry, strawberry, banana, I think, and but he has peanut butter as well. He sent me that as well. This nice size connect. I've been eating on it, y'all.
So that's peanut butter made from honey, you said?
It's his honey. He cream it with different things like peanut butter, banana,
Oh.
blueberry, strawberry. Yeah, flavored honeys. So they cream so you can I did a video where when I opened his gift, then I put it on there with my jam, my Roselle jam, and made me a nice peanut butter sandwich with my jam. Did that. And then from Pepper Rookie, I don't know if he's ever been on the channel, but I did shout him out on mine. I don't know if he's been over here on our garden chat, but oh, there you go. Seed box. He's like, you
That's
been getting all
awesome.
these seeds. Let me send you a seed case. It's been sitting here. I'm going to send it to someone that's going to use it, and this will be definitely filled up. So, also, I still want to shout out Jacqueline. Thank you for my season. I would like to say which seeds I have. I have the Chinese giant red bell pepper. Now, this one is an heirloom, and it is a thick wall fruit, 4 to 6 inches in diameter. So this is going to be very delicious. Then I have some red cell leaf lettuce, which I'll be growing for my daughter because she likes lettuce, and romaine lettuce. So I'll be growing those both for her. But I'm going to keep these quick snack cucumbers, what I'll be growing in my hydroponics for myself because I will be making pickles with those. So, but that is all the mail haul. I know I got some things coming in for some people, but they haven't showed up yet. So when they do, I'll do it on the next update.
Awesome. So if you guys want to send us something, y'all can always email us or check out our channel for the PO box or whatever, how to send things. We'd be glad to receive your seeds. Do we need more?
Yes.
Define need.
We always need more.
Do we want more? Yes.
No, we need it. There's a difference between a need and a want, and we need it.
We need it.
Ew.
We need it. We need it. We need it. All right, y'all. So we have a serious topic here, you guys. And this topic is inspired by our lovely Miss Lisa. Because her garden was just, she kept saying, I'm just burned out. It's just too much. I'm just overwhelmed. And it is a real thing. Like, not last year before last, I had all these seedlings and I was determined to plant all of them in those little boxes. And I only had 5 garden boxes. And that one was full to the gills. It had tomatoes, it had okra. And then I didn't what's that word? Prune my tomatoes, and they got bushy. And then my okra before it got tall. And then I had the nerve to have beans on the bottom. So then I'm trying to pick beans in the midst of all this tomato stuff. So will work for seeds. But burnout is real, especially when you feel like I'm not planting too much. I had this under control. But what we don't know is what the weather's going to be like, what our life is going to be like, what the workload in our other job is going to be like. And then it's like, oh my goodness, what have I done to myself? But we love it every year to plant these gardens, but burnout is real. So what is burnout? I was supposed to look this up. That's what I said to myself when I typed this banner. I'm going to look up burnout. Well, you know what? Let's act like we're on a daily shift. I'm going to go to another screen.
I know that's right.
Merriam-Webster dictionary. And we're going to find out what burnout is.
It's a lot of content creators have done videos on it. Like, I thought I was the only one, but it is so many of us.
Isn't that
They got it this year.
one of the greatest lies in life is that we're the only one going through what we're going through. It feels isolated, but it's not. It's a real thing. So burnout. Okay, we're not gonna talk about rocket fuel. exhaustion or of nope. I can read. I just need my tongue to agree with me. Exhaustion of physical or emotional strength or motivation, usually as a result of prolonged stress or frustration. Prolonged stress or frustration. Okay. You're suffering from burnout because it's stressful. You're stressed. So that's what burnout is. And so I would say one way to avoid it is to, or combat it. Let me give y'all the banner. I made these banners. Y'all get these banners. You hear me? Okay. Yeah, like my little banner? Okay. All right. How to combat it? What do you think? Somebody want to answer how you think the best way to combat burnout? Oh no. Okay. I'm going to say.
Go first on that?
Huh?
Lisa not going first on that since it was her.
Well, I mean, my plan next year, I mean, every year, my sister and I, we expand our garden. And I think this year we expanded too much. And because we both have full-time jobs. And I mean, we can sit up here and say that I'm going to plant this and I'm going to plant that. Well, you can only plant what you can. And if you get too much, and then it gets to be like 107 degrees every day, then you in trouble and you get burnt out and you'll walk away. I walked away from my garden back in August, like mid-August. Had those army worms eating up all my tomato plants. Tomato plants will burn up. I had them under shade cloth and they were burning, like they were just about to ignite, but they were all burned up. And it was like nothing's going right. And I'm tired. My sister was sick. I'm tired. I'm out of here. I was done. I was hot. I was tired. I was frustrated. I had too much. And my job, it was too much. I was training on something new at work. And I had no peace nowhere. So I walked away from it.
I'm going to say one thing that my best friend tells me, and so does my therapist. So, two trusted sources here. I have to realize sometimes we're stressed out with the expectations we set on ourselves that are unrealistic, right? Once things change in the middle of the summer, it's unrealistic to think that all the things we had in our head in spring is really needed right now. So then we have to prioritize. Or are the deadlines that we set on ourselves? I'm going to go out here and I'm going to weed all my beds and then I'm going to water and fertilize and do this and do that. And you only got an hour. You ain't going to do all that. So for me, it's setting realistic expectations and then realizing it's some of my stress self-imposed. And also utilizing my no. Let me tell you what I ain't finna do. I ain't about to do that. And sometimes, and this is what I also learned in gardening. Sometimes the neglected plants do better than the ones you baby. Just sometimes. They thrive. So it'll be okay if I take a break. So let's see what the chat is saying. Hope that you're feeling better now that the season has calmed down. One day at a time to combat it. I did a break. I did the minimum that I could do, right? I won't lose a whole lot of produce or anything. Let me go back.
I did get a wonderful sweet potato harvest yesterday. And those sweet potatoes, the Lord was carrying them through because I paid them no attention.
One thing about
they
sweet
were
potatoes,
out there in all the weeds and everything. Mm-hmm. And yesterday, y'all will see the video. The sweet potato harvest was wonderful.
Mm-hmm. And there's one thing about sweet potatoes. When I grew them, I didn't grow a lot, but when I grew what I grew, and I was happy to get what I got, is once you to fertilize and put it in there, and the plants take off, they're pretty much happy. They're just like, just let me be, give me sun, give me heat, and they'll just go. Yeah, just took a break. Sometimes it's even when you talk about preserving food, I got to get this out here, and then when I get it, I got to wash it. I watched what's her name, y'all? Batavia. Hey, y'all, Batavia here from Chicago. And she take her collars and leave the long stem on them and put them in water like flowers. Be like, look, I can't do this now. Let me pick them right quick, and I'll process them a couple of days later. Why? You can't do it all in the time that you have. And so you just have to create other systems sometimes. And then ask other people what they do. Like, how do you handle all this? It's good to watch some of these homesteaders. But some of these folks don't have no outside job but YouTube. And so they just up the camera and them and them babies. What's that one channel? I don't know their names. With the little kids, and she plant those beans and let them dry. Her and the kids out there with the pillowcases and
oh yeah, I was just watching that video. She's from Ohio.
Yeah, and it's like, and that's all fine and well, but I'm gonna need something else to do because I ain't got time to sit here beating up no pillowcase.
I was actually watching a video. Somebody was interviewing her, and it's a small place, a small garden. It seems so huge when you watch it on our channel, but when they had an overview of how it looked, I was like, she's like growing in the front yard and stuff. Just like, it's very small, but she has figured out that little small space to be able to grow a lot of food.
And she's only growing what she knows that she and her family is going to eat. Yep. Whereas me, I'm not judging nobody, okay? As me, I see somebody video and be like, I need some of them seeds. And I'm on the seed on the website picking out other seeds. What you gonna do with all this stuff, girl? Where you gonna put it? I'm gonna find somewhere to put it. Jacqueline, I got 12 more some 12 more grow bags I bought last summer. I didn't even got to go buy them. I just need some more. You know what I'm saying? We gonna figure it out. But anyway. Oh, what is a garden burnout? What? I don't know. I don't know what he meant by that one. Okay. Oh, here she go. For me, burnout was when I felt like the garden was a burden. I was stressed about watering, handling pests, harvesting, etc. I just didn't want to get up and go out, which is rare. Exactly. The thing that you loved and once found peace in becomes a burden.
Yes.
Yeah, it becomes a burden. And so that's one thing that helps you find out it's burnout. But sometimes you don't want to say a burden. You say words like, I was fussing at Lisa. I'm just lazy. I didn't go out to the garden today. Honey, you tired. You're not lazy. But let me tell you about, culturally, and I don't know if this is American culture, Black culture, or female culture. Anytime you don't do something, the first thing we say is we're lazy. We feel like we have to be dog tired to get rest without guilt. Oh, it got real quiet. In fact, we got to earn rest. I feel like I'm in church. Like, wait a minute, it got quiet. I was like, girl, you ain't got no audience. You in the wrong spot. We feel like we have to earn rest. Y'all feel like we feel like we have to earn rest. And whenever we sit down, and just because the fact I'm tired and I want to put my feet up and I don't want to do this today, it's guilt. I tell y'all about my pet peeve about all this paperwork I have to live with, right? Or receiving the mail. I've decided instead of me be stressed all weekend, they ain't working on the weekend, neither am I. I will get to that on Monday morning. Mm-hmm. That's exactly so, because I'm mad because I got to sit here and read this paperwork. If it got something to be filled out, I got to do all this stuff on my weekend. I ain't doing that. And yes, I ain't been to work, and I'm still tired. Why? Because I don't know how to rest. So I'm just saying it transfers in all our life. So we have to look at those cultural norms. Sometimes we just need to sit down and take a rest, which what we don't do, and that's another way we get burned out. Mm-hmm. So if you want to run the race to endure, if you want to endure the race, I ain't gonna preach to y'all. I promise y'all I ain't gonna preach tonight. I promise. If you want to win the race, I watched somebody run a marathon, and her pace per mile is almost like an 8-minute mile. But for her to run, she flew to Australia to run in a marathon with a racing group. But for her to make that 26 miles, she had to slow down her pace to a 10-minute mile. Sometimes we don't know how to slow down our pace so that we can make it through the summer, make it through the harvest time. So we have to do that. So anyway, I think I'm done. I think that's enough tips. If somebody got some tips, I mean, enough tips from me.
I'm just going to tag on that when you said pace yourself, especially for us in the South that can grow all year round, you know. Yeah, you have to pace yourself because you can definitely get burnt out. Because one thing about when people that live in the North, when it's too cold to grow anything out there, most people are not, you know, they put their gardens to rest. But in the South, we don't really have to put our gardens to rest. It is still things we can grow all through the year. And so we do have to slow down and pace ourselves and think, okay, our season doesn't stop. We just flow on to the next one and get ready for the next one. Like when we go into our winter, we're getting ready for our spring stuff. So we're planting that up and we're dropping seeds indoors. We're doing so we're constantly doing stuff for the garden, and you do have to pace yourself.
I think we added 3 new beds this year. And I don't know why we did that. It was like, I want more. Like every year, it's like, I want more. I want more space. I want to grow more. And last year is where we should have just stopped because we were at our limit then. And we ain't need 3 new beds. But one bed was gifted to us. And how do we not put that up?
I do.
It was, and that's where we grew our corn. And and we put in a new in-ground bed too, because we have figs growing back there, and we just took on too much. And you can do too much now. Some people might not could handle it, but I had it.
I think I was watching another lady, and I have no idea who this was, and it was a reel, and I probably was just scrolling, but she was saying how she always wanted more, but then she sat down and really see how she could plan her way to more of what she wanted, because sometimes we keep adding more space when basically we need to do what our next topic is going to be, and that is, figure out what you're going to grow, get what you want, and then do what we say next slide, which is pull up viable stuff and plant what you want next.
Right.
It's just the only way to do it, because if not, you're still taking care of this plant just because it's hanging on, just because it's there. It's a plant. Yeah. Okay. And so we have to make those
Rashida, we block. Thank you. Never mind. It got handled. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay. I was like, I didn't see. Farmer Chase is something about vacationing more. I wanted to say that because at one point I was like, I can't even go out of town. I got this garden. Girl, if that garden burned up while I'm gone, it just be burnt up. Whatever survived, I eat it. Whatever died, I'm going to have to pull it up. Because listen, I like a good vacation. You know what I'm saying? This cruise ship, I like the cruise ship. You put me on this, put me on guys. But yeah, those things you need to do to take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, what's the point of having a garden?
Mm-hmm. And you got to think, even with your burnout, right? Most of us have some type of support system, right? So if you are vacationing, I call my brother up. Hey, can you come out and make sure everything's still kind of running? Like, you got to make some compensations for things, and then some things we got to let it go. Like when he's out of town, I go over there, take care of the chickens and the pigs. So if you could do some of that, but sometimes, like Lisa said, you're just done. Like, I don't even want to walk out. I don't want to look at it again. I am good. What I get out of it, I get out of it. And it's time for me to, by then I'm like, okay, let's do my hydroponics and do something fun. So if you can like know that you're going to transition, you're going to burn out, but you're going to go to that next transition, and it's going to be it's in your blood. I don't care if you have burnout. You're gonna be like, okay, when's the next time I'm gonna garden? Like Miss Lisa already posted. I may have tore stuff out, but she's got her deck. So she's working on her deck. And let me tell you, her self-watering pot, I've been watching those videos and I'm a little bit jealous. So I'm gonna have to add me some of them self-watering pots from Vago Garden. Because those things are amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Mm-hmm.
I know one thing I have a problem, that's my problem, and I need to work on it. Is I drop too many seeds when I sow seeds. I sow too many at one time, and then they all come up.
And you don't want to give it up.
And if you can't give all of the plants away, the starter plants, then I need to find somewhere to put that. I need to find somewhere to put that. And then the next thing you know, you got 30 tomato plants out there. Now, tomato plants, I don't know about y'all, but they take up a lot of time if you're going to cut off the suckers. And if you got 30 of them in the yard, then it takes up a lot of time, you know, to keep them pruned and not get bushy and out of control.
Mm-hmm.
Gwen has a good point.
Saying they don't stay small.
Gwen Turner put a good point. She says, I think we're so good at what we're growing, right? We're now what we call seasoned growers. I mean, we know how to start seeds. When we first started out, we may have started 30 seeds, right? Because we weren't sure how it was going to turn out. But now we know how to buy good seeds. We know how to start them. They all grow, and we hate to murder them, right? We don't want to kill no plants. We want to use them or give them away. And that's one thing that I learned. I worked on this year. Like when I did my seed chart, I said, okay, I'm only going to do this many plants, and I'm only going to start this many seeds. If they grow, they grow. If they don't grow, you'll just have a little bit smaller garden than I wanted to have. But I had overdone anyway for what I wanted to do. So at that point, I was like, okay, I have 15 different pepper plants. If I only come up with 10, it's not going to kill me. So I think she makes a really great point on that.
Yeah. So sorry guys, I had to step away and miss most of the conversation about burnout. What was I going to say? So
we don't want to hear what you got to say.
Yes, you do. So I know you guys were talking about, well, what do you do? And someone talked about it. I heard them as I was coming back down here about having a plan. And I rely on my children, my adult children, to go out and water the garden. But honestly and truthfully, I don't worry about it. That's just me. That's just my sort of mentality in general, is that I'm just like, oh, well, if I feel like going out there, I go. If I don't, I don't. I just don't beat myself up about it. And then when I feel like going, I go out there and I take care of it as it is, and I don't worry about it. But to your point, Jacqueline, about starting too many seeds, I think that is true, because you guys know that this year was my very first successful seed starting season, and I definitely had. You got a question, CC?
Yeah, bro, read the private chat, please.
You definitely had I definitely had too many of certain things, and so I was able to share those by giving them away. I gave some purple tomatillas to Jacqueline, and I gave some to other friends. But yeah, I'm trying. I'm not going to grow my garden any larger than it is right now, with the exception of a few things. I got a surprise coming down the pike. I just can't tell y'all about it yet. Nobody's going to take care of the garden the same way we do. So whatever you come back to, it'll be okay. Exactly. It will thrive again.
Right. My mama is not going to pick up not one water hose when I'm gone. She ain't even going to turn on the water.
Because my son is so used to me saying water the garden. I was pleasantly surprised this season when we went away on our first RV trip, that he called me up and was asking, well, what's this? Do I need to water? And he ended up sending me pictures. I didn't even ask for them. So I was grateful that he was mindful. Mom is away. Let me water the garden. And it was so funny this week when we were away. He was calling me, or even if I'm just at work, he'll call me. He was like, "Hey, mom." Sometimes he don't know what's what. He was like, "Are these peppers from the garden? Are these onions from the garden?" So I was very happy that he was actually using the stuff that I grew in the garden. Because sometimes they just don't use stuff. It'll be sitting in the kitchen and they go buy stuff, and I'm like, why y'all ain't use what I grew? So yeah, that's just my little 2 cents.
Thank you for your 2 cents. Listen.
Barbara says this, her other half started FaceTiming when she was out of town because he said he didn't want to kill what makes me. Oh, that's so sweet. That is super sweet. And to that point, Chaz, one thing that I keep saying that I want to do and I didn't get it accomplished this season is I want to actually label or name my raised beds and or my sips so that I know what's where, and then when I'm away, I can specifically say, go to the purple bed or go to bed number 5, and make sure you. So I think that's a helpful tip if you have a lot of places that you make sure you name those beds, however you choose to name them, so that you can identify them to somebody else. And we even tell my mom-in-law to come over and harvest stuff while we're gone. Like, come get some of these tomatoes,
Yep.
Yeah.
I think labeling is important, especially for my hydroponics. When I've got 15, 16 containers going in my home, especially once it starts, I'll label it. This is what you got to feed it. This is how often you got to feed it. This is where I've got the food already mixed. And my kids know to go look at the right mix bottle and how to fill my containers up. And just having those little things, I have sticky notes on all my hydroponics, and they know, okay, mom, you forgot to put a sticky note on something. What are we supposed to do here? So yeah, half the job is just training them, and once they're trained, it makes it real easy. I guess we're at the top of the hour. I think it's a good time to probably remind everybody, if you're not following us, I'm super excited. I hit 100 followers with last live, so I was so glad to have my 100 member mark. So if you haven't gone to each of our YouTubes, take a moment and like all of our lives today. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to our channels.
Thank you.
If you have questions, look, this is commercial breaks.
Exactly.
That you want us to answer.
Let me get the banner.
Pull it up, because I'm about to say it. If you have questions that you want us to talk about in the future, make sure you send an email to Rashida at rmbrundish@gmail.com, and we are more than happy to address those questions. Rashida, I did go back and answer that question that you tagged me on.
In our chat.
Yeah. It's a couple of chats ago. Yeah.
Do we need to address that here? I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh, about figs.
I don't think it's necessary.
Okay, carry on.
I mean, I didn't think, unless you just wanted to, but
no, that's fine. Okay. I didn't know to answer it.
All right, y'all.
Oh, there's a question in the chat.
Is there another chat?
Yes, right here. I just got green stalks for the first time. Yep.
I don't have any green stalks.
I don't have any advice.
I've got 2. I just finished strawberries in mine, so mine are dedicated for strawberries. That's all I have planted in my green stalks.
I have grown a lot of different things in my green stock. I just have one, and it's out in the garden, and I don't have the fancy wheels on the bottom that people do. Former Chaz. And so I was like, mine is in dirt. I don't have no wheels on it. It's in the garden. I plant anything kind of what I want to plant in there, because the pockets are really deep. So you're able to plant a lot of things. Now, if it's something like a cabbage or something, you might want to put that in the ground or in a container because it's going to get big, so you don't want something that's going to cover up a couple of pockets in there. But yeah,
My
keep
sister
it
grew
hydrated. I would say that. Yeah, Lisa,
lemongrass in hers one time, and that was a bad idea. Because
I have lemongrass in my
lemongrass, it took
Spreads.
it over.
It spread. Yep.
By the
It'll
end
spread.
of that season, it was that whole tier was
Yes.
lemongrass.
Oh yeah.
But it was otherwise anything else she's grown.
Mhm.
And I think she has grown cabbage in it.
Someone said, "Can you plant garlic in them?" Absolutely. They are deep enough
Yeah.
for garlic.
Onions.
I
Onions.
planted some garlic in hers.
Yep. Onions. You can do tomatoes. You're going to want to do, of course, dwarf tomatoes. Don't do indeterminates or determinants or dwarfs. Don't do indeterminate tomatoes because it'll be just too much to handle. But do a determinate.
Jacqueline, can
yes.
you describe the difference between an indeterminate and a determinate, please?
Yes, ma'am. So determinate is it gives you a determination. So your tomato plant's only going to grow to a certain height. Most of them are 3 to 4 feet, and that's going to be as high as that plant will grow. And of course, then you want to put the tomatoes on your bottom tiers. So then at least it'll grow up and it will give you some room to still be able to harvest. Indeterminate means that vine, because tomatoes are vining fruit, it will just keep growing and keep growing. So you're at 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot, 10 foot. They will go 12 foot. They will go indeterminate.
And the determinant, it only grows like once it produces its fruit. That's it. It's gone.
You can go ahead and pull it and put another one in. You can just keep succession planting your tomatoes.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that it for the green stalk? Anybody else had advice? Because there's another question. Oh,
I'm sorry.
That's what I was going to hit next. What in your garden will you be using for the holidays? This is a great question, guys.
I know for me, I will be harvesting my mustards, my collards, my broccoli for the holidays, my roselle for my holiday drinks. So that's what I'll be harvesting.
Awesome. I hopefully will have some collards to harvest for Thanksgiving. I know my sister will be excited about that. I will, because of all of the peppers that I harvested this past week and a half, I am hoping to freeze some of them already diced up that I can actually use in my dressing, since that's the best. Using peppers in something that is going to be cooked up in, you don't need that texture so much, is best. If I still have some onions left, of course, I'll be using my onions. And I'm going to segue just a little bit. Somebody asked about shallots. I did grow some shallots this season, and we'll circle back for the other ladies. And mine actually came out pretty big, but we'll talk more about it later. Anything else? Maybe I'll use some sorrel and make me a sorrel drink for Thanksgiving too. Get direction from CC.
Oh, also sweet potatoes. I've already harvested them, so I will be making probably a sweet potato pie with mine for the holidays.
Okay, are we doing more questions or no?
Yeah, it's another question in there.
One more.
We did 1 minute.
It's about the shallots.
Yeah, we have a question about the shallots, and
yeah, right there. I haven't ever grown shallots.
Mine got super big because I left it around so long.
They're good.
All right.
So
we have the shallots. Another note for the
green stalk.
Keep it watered. The soil will drop in the wheels.
It will drop. Yep.
Or let me just say, for those of us that don't have green stalks, if you have a tiered planter like I do on wheels that aren't the fancy wheels from Green Stalk, I do have wheels on my tier. planter, but I bought them from Amazon. And yes, it dries out quickly, and I am really bad about watering it on time.
Oh wow.
I
Now,
know.
Farmer Chad said, "What kind of drinks?" I'm assuming that's about the Roselle.
The Roselle, yeah.
Well, I can tell you right now, Chaz, that my drinks will be non-alcoholic drinks. I don't know about CC.
Well, I mean, they could be teas, they could be holiday punch.
Yeah,
I
right.
mean, you know,
That you can put your
Frozen
cinnamons,
drink.
your orange. You can do the Jamaican style without the spirits in it, so it'll still taste good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Sure.
She said like CC. That is hilarious. Please post your handles again. Let me take the comments off.
It may be gone now.
Let me take the banner off.
It may be gone now. I was just trying to make sure that comment wasn't on there.
There we go. Yeah, those are our handles. We have Rashida Monique, Shelley Homestead Hideaway. I got it right. CC6's Garden. Gardening with Lisa. And Four Seasons Garden. All right.
Now, what was that question?
Horrible time with spinach in Zone 6A. Any advice? It ain't cold enough. Be patient.
Let me hold on. Let me segue for a minute. GT. I just saw a question.
What? Before GT or after?
Not GT, Donzel. No, that was not my daughter. It was my granddaughter.
Okay.
Shelly just looked like she's 12, but she's actually 902.
And a half.
And I don't typically allow her to be on camera for my for the streams, but she kind of came in and I was just like, whatever.
Okay. Anybody have any spinach advice other than mine?
No, I mean, you got it right there. Is you got to make sure it's cool enough to grow them. If it's too hot, they're just gonna give you a lot, and just plant a lot of seeds. Like over plant. You're gonna be pulling them as seedlings anyway, or however you're gonna grow them. Just over seed, and then just harvest as you need it.
I would say this as well. I don't know. I'm in Michigan, so I don't know where in 6A you are. Your soil temperature, if you had, like we had, hot weather and then it's cold, hot weather and then it's cold, your soil might still be hot. If you're directly seeding it, your soil still might be too hot. So yeah.
Thank you, Peace in my God. Really appreciate your comment.
And of course, I would tell you start it in a hydroponics and then plant it out, because then you know when it started out.
And there you go. Anybody grown cabbage collards?
Cabbage collards.
Mm-hmm.
Never heard of them.
I've heard of them.
I've seen people, but I've never grown any.
But I haven't grown any.
Anybody in the chat grown any? Gwen Turner will love to know. Have a video, let her know. Lisa. Okay, GT letting you know, and I just told the whole world. He emailed you. Okay.
Thank you so much.
No questions, but I do want to say that all you ladies are amazing, and I have learned so much. Thank you. Oh, peace of my garden. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. What zone are you with the shallot success? Who said they grew shallots?
I did in I am in zone 7B. I am in Maryland. I feel like I should go out here and grab a shallot just so you can see just how big it got.
That was one of my successes from the summer.
Can you do that, Shirley?
Yeah, let me go see if it's some out here. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. Shirley put her link in.
Back in August, I think.
Spinach needs to be cold stratification.
Yeah.
I have, put it in a freezer. So I put spinach in the refrigerator last year before I got sick. I just took it out the refrigerator. I was clearing out the refrigerator. I said, girl, I forgot the spinach was in here. I had a Ziploc bag with seeds that need to be cold stratified, girl. Listen, none of that stuff got planted. But anyway, bless God, amen. Cold stratification means you put in the refrigerator before you plan it out, so it thinks it's time for it to do what it's gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Don't put it in the freezer thinking that's gonna quickly do it.
I put mine in the freezer and leave it there.
Really? Okay, I'm only put in the fridge.
Mm-mm.
I just heard somebody say
Yeah.
that before.
Yeah,
I've never
hopefully I
tried it.
came back in time.
And
I've
so they
always-
said don't. I was like, well, let me not do that because that's a Rosita move. I'm like,
Same
the
here.
freezer is cold.
I put mine in the freezer.
Okay.
All right.
All right,
Now, freezer might work too, y'all.
Huh?
And God's Desire says she puts hers in the freezer too. So there you go. There's two.
Yeah.
There you go. That's proof right
Yeah.
there. It can be done.
Because we don't really, I mean, I don't know where God's Desire is, but I know here it doesn't ever get cold enough, you know? So a freezer will be fine.
What are
All
y'all
right,
talking about putting in the
Shelly.
freezer?
Show us your
Cold,
big show.
cold stratifying your seeds, the ones
Yeah.
that need to be cold stratified if you didn't have the time to get it done.
Oh, yeah.
Trick the seeds.
Okay.
Yeah, she in 8A. So, yeah. 'Cause I'm in 8B and 9A.
All right. So here I went out to the garage. I'm not sure. There we go. I have these netted bags that I ordered from none other than Amazon that I'm keeping my onions in. And so these are my shallots that I have left. So I'm going to pull a couple out so you can see them. They're different sizes. Drop one on the keyboard. Here's a shallot.
Oh,
Here's a shallot.
okay.
It again. So they're just sliding out of the paper. Those are my
Yeah.
shallots. You can see how pretty this is. It's like a reddish color. So I did start. Let me reduce this down. I started my onions, all of my onions, shallots, the yellow onions, the red onions. I started them all at the same time. In I believe it was February indoors, and I kept cutting them back until it was warm enough for me to transplant them outside. And I think one of the keys for me in having successful onions in general this season, if you've never successfully grown onions before, you grow them from seed. I'm a right now say I personally feel like it's the best way is to grow them from seeds versus sets where you have the little onions that you plant, because what I learned,
Those don't grow.
right, and I think it's because people tend to put the whole set in the ground when
They ain't
really
gonna grow if you put them on top of the ground.
above the ground. So when
That's true. That's true. You can lay them on the top, on the ground.
and they still won't grow.
No, ma'am, they won't.
When I
They'll grow like a leek.
right. Once I planted out my my transplants that I started myself, the roots, are right here. They're coming out, and I literally just laid them on the soil. I made like a mound, and I just covered the roots. I made sure not to cover any of the white part that was growing out, and I let them lay sort of sideways until they kind of set up, and watered them. And after a couple days, they all started uprighting, and then they were able to sit up on their own without really any assistance. And I started harvesting them. When did I harvest these? I feel like I harvested them in July, August time frame. Lady, y'all can tell me if I'm.
That's when I harvested mine.
Yeah. So it takes a while, but if you start them out right and you plant them right, they'll grow. That's it for the shallots from me.
All right. We had a question about, do any of y'all grow beets?
Yep.
I haven't been successful at it yet, but I'm
Yep.
not giving up.
I grew beets.
Somebody mentioned cloches. If you're new to the chat, you want to know what cloche is? It's just a dome or something that you sit over your plant for whichever reason. to keep out cold, to back
Keep
out
out critters.
critters. Yeah.
Secret is
Critters.
bone meal. Former Chaz.
How long in the freezer? She said what now?
Former Chaz was like, she been trying for 5 years. What's the secret? Bone meal
What?
for the
Yeah.
beets. Bone meal. They
I missed
are
that one.
Yeah, I've been
hungry feeders.
suckle.
They're
So
hungry
you say
feeders.
bone meal. So bone meal in the beginning.
Mm-hmm. In the
Bone
beginning, and then like
Again.
again in the like springtime when you know
Because
you would
bone
feed
meal
it.
has the phosphorus.
Bone meal.
And
You need
the
anything.
phosphorus is good for any root plant
Mm-hmm.
and for flowers.
Yeah. So
That's
you
why you
definitely
use bone meal mostly in the summertime, because everything you growing in the summertime, either it's producing a flower or it's producing a fruit or both.
right. So cut down on the don't do the nitrogen as much. So the blood meal, kind of slack off to that until you get the bulb going, and then you can add the nitrogen. So
Great. I think we need to probably switch back to
think-
the list.
I think she's talking about when she plants the seed for the beets. All right, pre-soaked seeds and then definitely bone meal. All right, y'all. That's
Does
it.
anyone make their own bone meal?
have
Does
anyone?
anyone make their own bone meal?
I haven't.
I haven't.
I've seen people do it, but I haven't.
I've seen people do it as well. But they
I
say
don't know
I
about
heard somebody say that Combanzo, is it Combanzo?
Garbanzo beans.
Yeah, garbanzo. You can like grow them and then dry them and then blend them or whatever,
Mhm.
and down to a powder. And they have a lot of phosphorus in them,
Uh-huh.
so you can use them.
That's a
Or
thought.
any bean. I think they even say like navy beans. You can check and see if there are
Which
beans
ones
that
have
you
phosphorus?
grow. And and I think now would be the time to grow garbanzo.
I would say anything that you're making to use, like if you're doing bone meal or eggshells or anything to process for your garden use, I think the winter is like probably the best time to do that, so you have it stored up, and also you're not trying to do that and harvest and preserve and maintain your garden and burn out. Okay, all right. I'm just saying. Gwen says, "What's the best way to grow sweet potatoes in 8B?"
well, I'm in
container.
Yeah.
Or grow
I
bag.
grow in containers. I don't put it in the ground.
I don't think I'm gonna do mine in the ground, but I think I'm very seriously thinking about doing mine in a raised bed next year.
Now raised bed is an open bottom
I do know that, but I'm just saying.
because it's going in ground.
No, it's not. I know.
Real
But
shady.
I have some taller ones. Though I have some taller ones.
But they gonna go in
And
there.
my season is not that long where I don't think mine is gonna do like y'all watch Barbara Sweet. Wait a minute. No. Can we shout out Barbara from my Gardener's Journey
Yep.
and her 196.2 pound sweet potato?
potato.
harvest? In other words, she harvested 200 pounds
In her raised
of
bed.
sweet potato in her raised beds. But see, my season ain't as long. My sweet potatoes ain't gonna never get as big as her.
That is true.
And that
Because
makes
you
me
need
want to grow sweet potatoes in a raised bed versus.
You can do it. Make sure you have hardware cloth on the bottom, right? To make sure.
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
critters don't-
thinking.
Yeah, just make sure you have hardware cloth on the bottom of your containers so the little critters can't dig up. And I would do a 1/4 inch. 1/2 inch will probably be pushing it. I would do the smallest
That you can
hardware cloth to put on the. I do the 1/4 inch hardware cloth and put it on the bottom.
I wasn't thinking about
Well,
critters.
you
I
told
was
them
thinking
what
I was
metal
thinking about
type
more
stuff?
them going into the ground and you have sweet potatoes for life in your ground.
Well, our ground is so hard. When I tell you it's so hard.
Yeah. But
Some
she's in
things is gonna
8B
be
though.
itty-bitty. If it
She in
makes
8B. Her ground ain't gonna be that hard.
Oh yeah, she in grade B. I'm talking about me.
Yeah, she in my zone area. Is that yours as well, Lisa?
I'm 8A.
Okay, so I'm in 8B. So yeah, that ground's not
But I
gonna be.
like to grow mine in containers so I can turn the container over
Yeah, me
and
too.
dig all the way to the bottom.
Mhm.
Because
AJ great.
True.
for that Japanese purple sweet potato, that
Mhm.
thing grew all the way down to the very bottom of my containers last year.
Yep.
So what
All
type
right.
of container, Lisa? Because the first year that we had what I call a successful harvest of sweet potatoes, I used what was called the potato bags off of Amazon, because they are made out of the plastic, the woven plastic, and like you, sweet potatoes were growing all the way down to the bottom of the bag. They were trying to grow through the hole that was in the bottom. Versus this season when we put sweet potatoes in the fabric grow bags, we just came out with these little itty bitty worm looking things because they are very difficult to keep moisturized enough. I shouldn't say
Yeah,
moisturized.
but sweet potatoes don't like to stay wet though. They don't like wet feet. They don't like to stay wet. So
Right,
those
but
bags,
the grow bags,
You don't
the
want them
fabric
dry.
grow bags leaves them too dry.
I mean, I
I
water them.
grow mine in those 27-gallon containers, those black with the yellow tops.
Oh,
It's
okay.
27
Okay, it's
gallons.
the totes. You grow in the
Right.
totes.
So see,
Okay.
then they
Yeah.
hold more moisture in. It's not going to be too moist, but it
Right.
won't be too dry like the fabric grow bags.
I like the fabric grow bags. That's why I grow mine in.
Sweet potatoes?
Yeah,
But you say you water every day.
I do.
I ain't that disciplined.
But you up north. We got you down here. It was
And
dry.
I
Everything was dry.
didn't get watered this much
Gwen
this
said,
summer.
when is
Last
the
year
best
they
time
did.
to
I had them on irrigation, but this year I have anything on them, and they didn't hardly get any water in all them 107 degrees we had.
And they still gave you love. That's
And they
amazing.
still, I had some about that big around, about
Nice.
that long.
Wow.
And I heard a content creator say, I ain't gonna say their name,
Mm-hmm.
but said you cannot grow big sweet potatoes in pots and buckets and
Yes, you
containers.
can. Yes,
You
you
sure
can.
can?
Yes, you can. I've been doing it for 4 years now.
Yeah, yes, you can.
One year I grew one the size of a softball. I mean, a volleyball.
Yep.
It was
You can
huge.
grow them that big. Yep. You can grow them that big. Yep.
Yeah, sometimes people say that because they haven't done it, but
Right.
That's right. No, don't say what you can't do that nobody else can do it.
Right.
Don't say that.
Because it always boils down to their process and procedures for their garden is different.
Right.
So,
And
Yeah.
like I said, for me, the fabric grow bags don't work because I
Right.
feel like I wasn't watering them enough versus Cece loves them. So
yeah, and then also depends on the variety of potato you're growing as well. Gwen said, when is the best time to start? I'm assuming we still talking about sweet potatoes. When you are, girl, when
I'm
you
in
are,
8B North, 8A North Alabama, and I start mine in like May. And I have started them early June.
I started mine in April.
When I put them in ground, went with like our slip.
Right, that's what I'm talking from slips.
Late winter, like January, February, maybe.
that's when you start your slips.
Yeah. So then by April might be warm enough to go ahead and get them in the ground, but we usually just wait around May.
Well,
And
this
then
year,
like October is when we will harvest because we're starting to get our frost dates. We're starting to get frost now.
we talked up J3G.
oh yeah, I see. So this year I'm doing something different with my sweet potato slips because I watched a couple of channels that posted that they kept their slips that they got from their sweet potatoes and overwintered them. So I am doing that. this year. So I have sweet potatoes slips in the house, and they're just gonna grow like little house plant vines everywhere. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna be ready this year. Yeah. So I'm gonna see how that works for me.
Awesome. Have we shown pictures already, Rashida? Did I miss that?
Do what?
Why are you looking at me like that? Did we show any pictures today?
No,
Okay.
we haven't showed our preserving or none of that.
We were supposed to stop, show pictures today. We had a whole conversation about whether presentation or not to do presentation.
I
And
thought the
told
two
Cynthia to
ladies
send me
was
some
doing
pictures,
presentation.
and she wouldn't have to worry about it. And she never sent me anything. And so I said, you know what? When I came back, I said, if y'all want to, we still can.
Because I wasn't sending anything because I have visuals.
I was going to say, 'cause I see a lot of pictures. Lined up. That's why I was asking.
I have
Whose
visuals.
pictures are these? Did
Huh?
you ask that? Did you ask that because I was doing something else? Whose pictures?
I don't know.
That's in the StreamYard. Shirley?
They're mine. They're
Oh,
mine.
Jackie's.
Oh,
Okay.
the dress.
I was prepared to do it in case we had
Was
time.
not mine.
Okay, so when Jacqueline come back, we let her show us our pictures. I forgot. Wow, I think I was going to do that as
Former Chas, we just as normal as can be.
girl. Normal menopause brain. I don't know about nobody else. My brain just leave.
No, I do not claim that.
For
No.
no reason. When somebody told me you ain't got to claim me, to claim you.
Shoot. Tonight.
But anyway, listen. Oh yes, because I don't want to start this before Jacqueline shows us her pictures. Talk us through some of your show and tell, Jacqueline.
Oops.
What happened? What happened?
Go for it. You already got it up there. Go for it.
No, I was just trying to add it like yours was, and then it popped up.
What happened?
So, but I'll show mine because I did.
Whose is what? I mean, whose is this?
My harvest from today, from my live stream.
Wow, that's good.
So this was so this is not about preserving. This was literally what I harvested today. All these peppers, green peppers, which they may be yellow or red peppers that have not fully ripened, and then the Santa Fe peppers that look like the banana bell almost. And the top is parsley. What did I tell you? It was something Hamburg parsley, and you can actually eat the root. And I have not researched how to eat that yet, but that's the picture that I promised you guys earlier that I would find. That's it.
Okay.
Nice. I don't know how to present mine.
Okay. How about I hit it? You talk.
All right. All right, so those are I never did onions. Those are my onions. We did not get to save any of them. We ate them all, so there was no preserving. It was our first year trialing, and I cannot wait to do onions again. And I'm telling you, go back and watch Lisa's video on how to properly plant my onions. And I'm telling you, winner, chicken dinner. She was my mentor on how to making sure I planted them correctly so they grew correctly. So I'm very super happy of my onions, and I can't wait for them to be bigger and better next year. My next one is that she's going to show us potatoes. The same thing, never grew potatoes. It was amazing. They were just grocery store potatoes. I cut them, got them to get the eyes, threw them in the bag, and you can tell they were, I'm telling you, it was yummier than anything you get in the store. I know everyone says that, but it just tasted so much better than store potatoes. They were straight from my garden. So those were super great.
Those
The next
look nice.
one is, oh, they were so good. So good. The next one is more of the process. One of our farmers markets here had corn for 25 cents an ear. So I bought 40, and I was like, okay, we're not going to eat 40 ears of corn, but I want to freeze it. I want to have some fresh frozen corn. I know where it came from. It wasn't anything else done to them. So this is once I had shucked them, and I went ahead. I just wanted corn kernels, took them off the husk, and here's process number 1. Then we did blanch them. So we boiled them for about, it was 3 cups of corn. We blanched it for about 5 minutes. Then we put them in cold water as soon as they were done for another 5 minutes. Put them on the paper towel inside of some sheet pans, dried them out. Then we put them in our food saver. I like the Ziploc bags with the little corner, suck the air out of them so they were perfectly ready to go. And then the last picture is my 10 packages of 2 cups, I think, each package of corn. And I pulled one out today just because I was like, man, I'm ready for some fresh corn right now. Pulled it out, threw it in the microwave, right in the bag, warmed it up, threw my seasonings on it, my little butter, my pepper, and I was good to go. And it tasted just as good as when I shucked it. It was amazing. So a little bit about processing. Everyone's going to find, some people don't like to blanch. Some people blanch. You do what's best for you. I just do it that way. And Rashida's always like, you do you, boo. I blanch. And so it works for me.
All right. And when sometimes people say, well, I don't like processed food. Everything is processed. The question is, what is the process?
Mm-hmm.
What is it done? When you do it, you process it. When you make your pickles, it's processed. Huh? Yep. So
did you say that?
Listen, girl, you know me. Look, we got some new people. Y'all wait till almost the end we get 54. Y'all, we got 54 people here. So if you come on towards this, come on. We got more to go. Stay here. I ain't saying no. I'm just saying like
you to all of those who have subscribed just tonight. I see my number didn't jump a little bit.
And if you haven't subscribed yet, because you just hopped on, go on to subscribe. I put our channels back up here, right?
My numbers are gone up too.
Come on back here. We'll be back in 2 weeks. We'll be back. We're gonna have something to talk about in 2 weeks too. Because we're not gonna go through all these topics we had today. But it's good though. It is good. We talked about one actually. It wasn't on the sweet potatoes, grow bags, raised bed or in ground. We talked about it pretty much.
We did.
Mm-hmm.
I did mine in grow bags. The reason I said I wanted to do raised beds is because I feel I can get a bigger yield in a bigger potato. And digging them out, we'll see. We'll see how that goes, and then I might be glad I did it or hate I did it. But if I got some youngins here, maybe if I just be a real good auntie, that'd be a good real niece and a real good niece and nephew to me and dig it out the dirt for me. So sweet potatoes. So we covered pretty much all that. Nematodes. Let's go here because she.
Wait a minute.
No.
Somebody else preserved stuff too. This company send you no pictures. I said I was visual tonight.
Oh, excuse me. Well, I didn't know what that meant. I was just like
visual. I mean, I got show and tells.
Okay, show and tell, boo.
Go ahead and make me large. Thank you.
Oh, girl. Jesus, help your daughter.
Hello, y'all.
Let me mute my mic.
Yes, please do. Okay. So, like I said, I've been doing my roselle, and so I've been harvesting them. I have been freezing some, putting some in the freezer, and I have been juicing some, so making my Jamaican sorrel juice. I've also been doing those drying them out, dehydrating my Jamaican sorrel and putting them in here, and I have the little air protector, oxygen thing in here. This is just one of minty jars of Jamaican sorrel, so whenever I want to make tea or make the drink or whatever, I have it here in the dry process. Also, this year I did blue butterfly pea, which they just was trying to take over just like the loofah, but I also dry those. Now, as for me, I tasted this tea and it has more medicinal uses to it than just the flavor, because the flavor was not all that. It does make a beautiful purple color tea. Now I'll give it that. But as for it tasting good, no, not really. And also,
Blue butterfly tea.
yeah, pea, butterfly pea. Yeah,
Can you hold that
You
up?
can make the tea with it.
yeah, you make tea with it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Can you send me some seeds for that to try?
girl, plenty. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And so then,
Oh, but wait a minute. Let's go back. I asked you for seeds a long time ago.
did I not send you seeds?
I don't think you did. I think I just got Roselle.
You needed blue butterfly pea?
I asked for it.
Did you?
I did. Yes,
Girl, I have
think I
plenty.
texted you.
I have plenty.
Okay.
Now, don't say I ain't give you nothing when you have them everywhere.
I ain't gonna say that.
Okay.
And you better grow them.
No, they're beautiful flowers. They are. But they're a vining flower. Okay. This here is lemongrass. So I harvest my lemongrass. You can use this. I love lemongrass tea. You can put it in different dishes. So if you're doing fish or chicken, lemongrass is the way to go. So I have some dried. Also, I did loofah. I know I been doing a lot of videos showing my loofah. Y'all, let me show y'all. This is just some
great.
that
Wow.
of loofahs that I have been working on, trying to get all the seeds out of these things. But they're all different sizes. Seeds are falling out. This is what the seeds. The seeds look like watermelon seeds, but they're loofah seeds. And so I've been cutting them in different, small. But this box is full of loofah, and I have at least 30 something more out there growing. But I have been processing them. Eventually, I'm going to be making some soap bars with some of them, and loofah scrubbing things. So definitely be looking out for that. I'm gonna do my own product review on that, and then so if you want to order some, you can be able to do that. Thank you.
Nice.
You're very welcome. Anybody else got some show and tell?
Well,
All right.
I got something to say.
Oh Jesus.
What you got to say?
That was a show and tell. That was please see. That was amazing.
Maybe we should start a show and tell portion.
Right.
A show and tell portion. That was good, CC.
You know,
When you said I'm a visual person, I'm like, I know she made videos, so I don't know what she's talking about, but
right. So let's let our people in on what we're talking about, because y'all hear us snickering about it. And if you follow us, y'all know we always talk about how we have this ongoing chat all throughout the week. We don't just talk when we get on live. And so when we're talking about what it is we're going to talk about, ironically, Jacqueline is usually the person who's talking about, oh, well, we could talk about this and we can do a presentation. And CC be the first one to be like, I ain't doing no presentation. And it'd be just like that. I ain't doing no presentation. Jacqueline will happily do a presentation. I will do a presentation. And I was actually going to say earlier, now, Jacqueline, correct me if I'm wrong. You homeschooled your children, right? No?
No,
I
I taught at Notarize for 8 years. Every job, I've always been the teacher. So if there's a new process coming out, I'm the one who teaches everyone the new process. So I have learned to do a lot of visuals so people can learn. So it's just
right. But even more to that, like you can tell in your presentation, style, like how you talk, like you're just a natural teacher. And
9 kids will do that to you.
This is true. I ain't got 9, I got 2, so I'm gonna make it do what it do. But so yeah, usually there's all this back and forth behind the scenes conversation about doing presentation, and CC was very adamant that she will not do a presentation, but she will do a show and tell because she ain't in school.
Why didn't she just say that?
Look, this is the thing, y'all. Okay. when we first started this group getting going, and I said, look, I don't want it to feel pressure to me. I enjoy being here. So I don't want to feel like I'm working when I come up here. I don't want to feel like, okay, what's his agenda? What's all? I want to enjoy talking about gardening stuff. I wanted to be relaxed. And Rashida agreed. So every time when they get with let's do a presentation, I'm like, Rashida, remember?
Well, it's not they, it's Jacqueline. It's Jacqueline.
I do. I just, it keeps me focused because otherwise I'll be all over the place. So I did my first live last week
And it
was amazing. I thought it was amazing. And yes, I did a presentation for my own live. Well, all my lives have a presentation, no, but that one it needed to show you what I was going to be planting. Everything.
Jacqueline.
Chaz said that she thought you were a teacher.
Oh, thank you.
All over the place. Being all over the place is where the fun lies.
Getting it
by the way,
real and raw, right, Miss Rashida? Real and raw.
Real and raw. Then just gonna do what you get.
and by the way, the one in the corner being real quiet, that's what she doing
Lisa is
in
the
our
only
little
one.
chat.
Is
Miss
the
Lisa
only
don't
one
say
that's like,
nothing. She'll be like, I'm like, she didn't say if she gonna do presentation or seeing. She didn't say nothing.
and she like, it ain't matter. I'm just gonna show up and this is what it is.
Oh Lord.
And Lisa, I think Lisa probably get off the live and be like, I'm judging all of y'all because I don't know how to act.
She's too much of a lady. She don't judge.
No, she don't. She listen, but she don't judge.
No, not judge.
So, Jacqueline, you need to keep doing your presentations because Chaz said she went back and got her notebook.
Okay.
And that's right. Listen, I did say I need to go back and watch your because I came at the end of your live, Jacqueline.
My live.
And I had a question. And I said, before I text her, I'm gonna watch this live. Because I'm gonna tell you one of my pet peeves is when people be like, you can tell they didn't listen. You can tell they didn't watch it. And then they're gonna ask you all them questions. Because I felt like, and that's why I told Shelly she didn't need to address that question. Because the person had to watch that particular live. They didn't not the answer to their question. That's how I felt like. But they didn't watch the live. They said it's 2 hours. I don't want to be bothered. So I'm just gonna put it in the chat.
We appreciate y'all hanging out with us for 2 hours plus some weeks.
Oh, that was that 1 week. I don't think we're gonna do that too often.
No.
Yeah, we
Not past that 3 or 5 minute mark. We usually Shirley be the one talking about we gotta get off here. Oh, but last time she was on, boy.
I got a whole business to run, and on Sunday nights I got to prep my documents, and I got a whole husband that I need to tend to.
Not a half of one, but last week she was like, I got time. Just a few more minutes. No, but listen,
He was asleep, I think.
We got 13 minutes, well 12, and
nematodes
because Cynthia mentioned it earlier, but she didn't go into it because she knew we were going to talk about it today. So nematodes, what are they? I didn't look that up, but I know we have the master gardener Jacqueline Phillips here, and she's going to define nematodes for us succinctly in her teacher speak. And then we're going to have Cynthia tell us her experience, and then between the two of them, they're going to tell us why marigolds work or do not work.
So
before you start, Jacqueline,
okay,
do you have the picture? We gotta set this up.
Do you have a picture?
Yeah.
I think the best picture would be for us to show the one from our chat that Cynthia sent. I think that I like it when it's real. I mean, you can go on YouTube and find.
I
want that picture.
Yeah, her picture is amazing. So, all right. So nematode is an animal, believe it or not, and it grows into the roots of your plants.
We know what you mean, girl. Roots.
So it's a parasite, and it sucks the life out of your roots, and it makes them funny looking. It takes away from your plant. So there's some things that people say that you can combat with it. Marigolds is one of them, but it just can be any marigolds. It needs to be the French marigolds. The smaller marigolds will help combat nematodes. And of course, the real expert in life who's had it happen, and she will talk about it a lot more, is Miss Cece.
So here
I'm
is.
gonna try to pull the picture up.
I got it.
Okay.
If you can see it on here, if you put me bigger on there. Can
That's
y'all
not
see?
justice.
I was gonna say, can you grab it off your phone?
Yeah, I'm pulling
Are
it
y'all-
over now. This whole site.
Can y'all see it? Y'all see how the roots have all these knots on there?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to do it at an angle for you to be able to see it without my light reflecting on it. But okay, so this happens. They love okra plants. Like they attracted to okra plants, and especially if you grow your okra in the same area each year, they're gonna come for the okra plants. And now okra, they're tough and resilient. You're gonna still get okra, but when you go to pull up your plants, you're gonna see these weird knots and bumps all over the
No,
real-
the other picture's supposed to come up.
oh I'm like,
What
yes.
happened?
And so it does, yeah, that's it.
There it is.
So you see all those knots and things, and what happens that it keeps the plant from being able to absorb the nutrients it needs, the water uptake, the things it needs in there. And this happens every year with my okra, so I already know. But now, if you were to go plant another root vegetable in that bed where them nematodes are, your vegetable is going to look like that. So if you try to put some carrots in there, that is what your carrot is going to look like.
Right, yep.
So you don't want to do that. You don't want to plant another root crop in there, especially after you've been, pull up and you see nematodes damage. Now, what I've heard from many people that do garden is to plant mustards in there. I've also heard French marigolds, but mustards, because French marigolds are going to die out when it gets cold. But your mustard greens is going to be still good, with this cold weather. So I just pull my okra out. That's what the root look, nematodes look like. Now I did put some dwarf marigold seeds down, which they're going to grow, but they're going to die out as soon as it get cold. But the mustards, plant any type of mustard greens, that things in the mustard family, collards, things like that, that's going to deter them. They don't like that marigolds or mustard, things in the mustard family. But yeah.
Yep. And just till them back under, till them under, and then that will help. And like you said, rotation of your crops is a big thing. So she's rotating, right? She did her okra. Now she's going to rotate and put in her collards in order to fight some of the nematodes, which is a parasite. It's an animal, and that's what she's fighting. She's trying to get rid of them, but they're not in there. So she's going to rotate her crops.
Yeah. All righty.
Well done.
I'm talking. How I understand is that nematodes are basically root vampires. That's all I'm saying.
Yep, they are. Exactly.
That's the first thing came to my mind. I'm like, they're vampires. Okay.
Yep.
All right. I didn't see any questions yet to what was represented. GT felt like y'all needed more time to digest this information, but I feel like I believe you. See, now he played too much. What causes nematodes? Didn't she say that though?
They're just parasites. They're just like any other bugs in your garden. They just like that type of plant. So
they love okra. They go for your okra.
They like the devil. They go around seeking whom they may devour. That's what they do.
Them vampires.
Rashida. See, you play too much. When your brother came down here and needed me to come help him, I don't know what exactly you were saying, but you was clearly talking some scripture. And he was like, I thought y'all was talking about garden stuff. I'm like, we are.
So they look like a worm. Some people want to know what they look like. They look like little worms, like microscopic worms. Like, I don't think you can really see them at the eye level.
Yeah, they're microscopic.
Yeah.
Now, they are some things that you can order, and I have not personally used them, but I know some gardeners that stand by the Good Guys nematodes. You can get them off of Amazon, and they will attack any kind of thing that's, the nematodes. They're going to go for that, or any pests in your soil. They go for ants. They go for everything. They go for all the bugs. So some people do order the good nematodes, and put them into the soil, but I've never done it myself.
So yes, someone put a question: can you grow okra again in that spot? Cece says yes. That's what she does.
I do, and I'm just, it's successful every year. It doesn't stop them. I think because okra has been around for so long, it's able to handle it, and I still get a harvest every year.
So, did you hear what she said? You probably saved the seeds from that okra, right?
Mm-hmm.
So since she saved the seeds from that okra, that seed is now building up immunity against this bug. So that's why we like to use heirlooms and why we like to use seeds from our garden.
Mm-hmm.
As we garden with more of our seeds in our garden, use the same seeds, they're now going to build a resistance to what you have grown in your garden. So she has two things going for her. She's using the same seeds that now knows, okay, these little critters or these vampires, like Miss Rashida says, are bad in our garden. How do we build up a resistance? So she's got the resistance and she's got the success in planting.
I have some mustards that I call super mustards, mustard seeds, is because they survive the whole year, like the whole season. And I was like, I am saving all the seeds I can from these mustards because they went through the winter, the summer, all that. And I was like, those are some good seeds,
Yes, so Farmer Chaz. I like go ahead.
I was going to say, rewind, girl. Can you just say that again for the people in the back of the class that didn't hear what you said?
So, saving seeds from your own plants is like somebody put on there. It's like giving your plants a vaccination.
Right.
They're now building immunity. Just like when we get a vaccination, we now build immunity. That seed now has built immunity for nematodes. So it won't be quite so bad the second time.
Right.
Or now she saved those seeds again. Now she's going to get less and less and less because it has now built immunity against that critter. You guys see the packages when you buy hybrids that they tell you, okay, it doesn't have fungus disease. It doesn't have this. Why? Because they've done that. They've planted that seed, and planted that seed and planted that seed till it builds up that immunity. And Cece's just doing that naturally in her own garden.
Thank you.
All right. Netta's Florida soil is infested with them.
See.
Nematodes. The first time I heard about nematode in my garden, was talking about him getting good nematodes for something or whatever. For some kind of, but it was for some kind of bug in his orchard, I want to say, at his house. I don't know. But anyways, it was over my head and I didn't have an orchard, so I didn't try to.
And it's also good for your house plants because I know some gardeners that do, house plants and stuff like that. Or even when they're going to transplant things as outside into inside, they use those good guy nematodes to, get rid of all the things before they bring in. They don't want to bring any pests in.
Yeah, you don't want pests in all your other plants. That can get bad real fast.
All right. Yeah, I'm just confused because all of a sudden my phone was black and I'm like, wait a minute. I know you ain't crashing. For why?
Okay. I know the struggle is real. I'm sitting here trying to set up my new docking station because my computer is crashing on me sometimes.
See, but listen, y'all. We have been on here 2 hours. 2 hours. 2 hours. Now, this is some of the topics we're gonna carry over for next week. Okay, we're gonna talk about garden guilt. Okay, we're gonna talk about dehydrators and freeze dryers. Oh, there's only those 3 we missed. So, yeah, we had a lot of information
this week.
Huh?
You had a long list this week.
Well, I thought about it when I was typing it up, but I said, well, like I said, we can just carry over.
Right. But we had a lot of good questions too. That helped.
Yeah, we did have a lot of questions, and we did laugh and kiki a lot, or as my auntie will say, giggle. You know, like giggling. Doing all that giggling. So, oh my goodness. So I appreciate you all for coming on, whether you were here from the beginning, the middle, or the end. I appreciate you taking your time out of your busy schedules to join us every other week for the Garden Girls Chat and Chew. We do hope that you learn something. We do hope that we can lift your spirits. We do hope that you can feel some of the love and the joy that we add to the world, okay, in your part of the world. And so, thank you for coming on. Thank you for joining us. If you have not taken the time to go from channel to channel tonight, please at some time go visit, subscribe, like, comment, all those beautiful things. If you haven't subscribed, why not? You know you had a good time. Come on now. You know you had a good time.
It's the best
And
time.
before we do these pop-up live, you know, Shelly had a live tonight. I need to go back and rewatch. Jacqueline might go live. I go live every day, Monday through Friday at 8:30 a.m. Come on. So y'all just come on over here. Cynthia's live now I don't know if she live every day, but she posts a video every day. Lisa, I don't know if she every day, but she like every other day. But either way, you got consistent content. Consistent content. Come on over here. Table is spread. Peace of the Lord is going on. But Feast of the Lord is going on. All right. It's time for me to go, y'all. My tongue is tired. It's going by. But before you leave this place, if you have any topics for next week, y'all email me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't expect that. I'm going to put it up one more time. Email me. Okay? Topics, questions that we can cover next broadcast. Okay, I will not be emailing you your answers. Just please don't have that expectation. Okay. All right. Before you leave, thank you, ladies. Thank you, Jacqueline, Lisa, Cynthia, Shelly. I appreciate y'all.
We appreciate you.
If it weren't for y'all, I'd be on here talking to myself. But listen, before we leave this broadcast, I do want you to know that you are blessed. You are highly favored. You are the apple of your Father's eye. He is absolutely and positively concerned about you. He thinks that you are the best thing since sliced bread. You can cast your cares on him and know that God cares for you. And he loves you with an everlasting love. And there's nothing and there's no thing you can do about it. You all have a wonderful and a blessed 2 weeks. And we see you all here again. Bye.
Bye.